Students, I am Rubel De, lecturer in biology, BF Shankula Chattogram. Today I am going to conduct a lecture for class 9 on the chapter 3 cell division. So students, before going to define the term cell division, you have to know about some basic things on cell. You know that cell is the basic unit of an organism. Cell is the basic unit of an organism because the body of an organism is made of one cell or more than one cell. So point number 2, the body of an organism is made of either one cell or more than one cell. Point number 3, the life of an organism starts from a single cell. Okay, the life of an organism starts from a single cell. Now I am going to explain this line. You know that at the time of reproduction, a male gamete fuse with female gamete. So this is the male gamete sperm and this is the female gamete ovum. When male gamete fuse with female gamete, then zygote are produced. Sperm is a haploid cell, ovum is a haploid cell. When sperm fuse with ovum, then it produces a diploid cell called zygote, which is mainly diploid in nature. So this zygote then divide and redivide to produce multicellular organism. Multicellular organism. So students, you are seeing that at the time of reproduction, when a sperm fuse with ovum, then a diploid cell called zygote are produced. Then by further division, zygote produce a multicellular organism. That means the body of a multicellular organism. So the unit of the structure of a multicellular organism is zygote. So for that reason, the life of an organism, the life of a multicellular organism starts from a single cell. Starts from a single cell. I think you understand this line. Then point number 4. Point number 4. What is the point number 4? Each and every cell produces from its pre-existing cell. Pre-existing cell. That means প্রত্যেকটা সেল প্রডিউস হচ্ছে তার pre-existing cell থেকে. Now suppose this is a body cell which is diploid in nature. When this cell divides, then at first it will produce 2 cells, then 2 to 4, then 4 to 8. Then by further division, a multicellular organism will be developed in here. So in this figure, we are seeing that suppose this is the cell number A, this is cell number B, C, D, E, F, G. So in this figure, you are seeing that from cell number A, 2 new cell produce B and C. From cell B, 2 new cell produce D and E. From cell C, 2 new cell produce F and G. So from this figure clearly you will understand that B cell produced from A cell, not spontaneously. D cell produced from B cell, not spontaneously. E cell produced from B cell, not spontaneously. So in each and every cases, each and every cell produced from its previous cell, that means from its pre-existing cell. So these 4 points are very important for your exam. Then I am going to the next point. The next point is that on the basis of the number of the cell of an organism, on the basis of number of cell, an organism can be divided into two types. One is called unicellular organism and multicellular organism. One is unicellular organism, another one is multicellular organism. So in your exam, if you get the question define unicellular organism or define multicellular organism, then you have to define the term. So first point, unicellular organism. Unicellular organism. So what is unicellular organism? The organism whose body is made of only one cell. Only one cell. Then the organism is called unicellular organism. For example, bacteria or amoeba or plasmodium. According to your textbook, you have to remember these 3 examples. So define unicellular organism. The organism whose body is made of only one cell is called unicellular organism. For example, bacteria, amoeba and plasmodium, because all these organisms consist only one cell in their body. Now multicellular organism. Multicellular organism. So the organism whose body is made of more than one cell. More than one cell is known as multicellular organism. For example, human being. You know that the body of human being is made of more than one cell, not only one cell. So for that reason, human being is an example of multicellular organism. According to your textbook, you have to remember some other example also, as for example human, then mango tree, then banyan tree, etc. So all these organisms consist more than one cell. So for that reason, all these are the example of multicellular organism. So in your question paper, in your exam you can get different types of question from these topics, from these lectures. For example, what is cell? So at that time you have to write down that cell is the basic unit of an organism or structural and functional unit of an organism. So point number 2, the life of an organism starts from a single cell or more than one cell. So obviously the life of an organism starts from a single cell. Now every cell produces from its pre-existing cell or spontaneously. So obviously each and every cell of an organism produces from its pre-existing cell, not spontaneously. So on the basis of number of cell, the organism can be divided into how many types? 2 types. One is unicellular, another one is multicellular. Define unicellular organism, define multicellular organism. I think you can write down all kinds of questions that have already discussed in here. Now I am going to define the main term, that means cell division. cell division. So you know that at the time of the growth of our body, a cell need to be divided into more than one cell. So the cell division process, what will be the definition of cell division? Cell division, how can you define the term cell division? The process through which one cell divides for the growth and reproduction. Growth and reproduction. So here two important points are given in here. One is growth, another one is reproduction. So at the time of the body growth, cell need to be divided. At the time of the reproduction, cell need to be divided for producing reproductive cell. So the process through which one cell divides for the growth and reproduction of an organism. Is called cell division. So this is very important question for your exam. Define cell division. So at that time you have to define that the process through which one cell divides for which purpose? For the growth of the body and reproduction of an organism is called cell division. Now, types of cell division. Types of cell division. Cell division is mainly two types. Cell division is mainly two types. One is mitosis, another one is meiosis. One is mitosis, another one is meiosis. You know that at the time of growth of our body cell need to be divided. So during mitosis, only body cell divide. During mitosis, which cell can divide? Body cell or somatic cell can divide. But during meiosis, reproductive mother cell divide. Reproductive mother cell divide to produce reproductive cell. Two different terms